So, welcome to WG Content's Unscripted. Today we have a very special guest, Jamina Tribbett. Jamina just actually received a promotion at Children's Health Dallas, so congratulations. She is now the program manager over content. So, a very unique area on the marketing department or in the marketing department where you oversee B2C content. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations once again. I know we got caught up at HCIC about all of your new role and all things children health. But as we talked about, this unscripted is not about work. It's all
Right.
about you. So we get to
Yay.
know you a little bit better. And we've known each other for a number of years. And so it's fun to reconnect and get to know you today versus a few years ago, right? So,
Right.
all right. Well, here we go. We have a bunch of questions in front of me. You've seen all of them, but you don't know which one I'm going to ask you. But you're game. So you're ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. This is a good one. What's your favorite TV show or movie right now?
Oh my God. Easy. Stranger Things.
It hasn't started yet, though, the newest
Um,
season.
I know, but I went back and I rewatched all
You
of them
did.
because I needed a
Yeah.
refresher. So like I am ready for, I
Yeah.
think it's tomorrow at 7 p.m. I will be tuned
I
in.
am such a fan too, and my son is as well. And he did the same thing. He rewatched all of it. But he shared with me the other night that they're releasing this latest season in like installments or something. Or
Yes,
like,
they are, which I'm,
yeah.
but I think they're going to be like movie length episodes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like they're going to be super long, like 2 hours long. So I'm okay with that.
I love everything about Stranger Things. I mean, I grew up at 80s kids, so like the
Yeah,
nostalgia, the music, everything. So I'm here for it. Well, we'll have to
mhm.
like catch up when we see each other after the
Please.
season and talk about it.
Yes, because my
And
friends
also,
don't watch it.
yeah, and they're all so old now. It's so funny because it's like how they keep them kind of in that era
Young,
is
right.
takes some creativity. All right, so here's one. What's a skill you've learned recently that surprised you?
A skill that I learned recently. I have a lot of hobbies, so I don't know if that counts as like
Yeah, of course
skills,
it
though.
does. Yeah, personal life skills, 100%. So what are you into?
Okay, well, I taught myself poker.
Oh, wow.
Um, so that has been something that I've been into. I've
Yeah.
never like, I didn't want to do it for money. I just like wanted to say
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
being from Vegas that I know
But like when we were in
how to
Vegas,
play.
did you like play on a ta at a table?
No, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I would
But
be so intimidated. I'm intimidated to do anything like that, like
yeah,
roulette or a
yeah,
slot machine,
absolutely.
all of it.
But I taught my kids, so we
Okay.
play with pennies and
Okay.
cookies.
I love it.
Like
Yeah.
I remember learning as a kid, but it didn't stick,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So I gotta refresh my skills.
What
But it's super fun.
what inspired you to want to learn how to play?
I think I just got bored. I
Yeah.
just got bored and like I have a bunch of hobbies and I wasn't getting inspired. And so someone was like, "Why don't you just try learning something new?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes." And that's what I picked.
Yeah, I think that's a great one because that requires too like other people, right? So it's kind of
Right.
like a nice thing to bring people together. And I've been not trying to learn how to play poker, but euchre. Do you know how to play euchre?
I don't know what
That's
that
a
is. I've never
card
heard of
game
it.
as well. And all of my friends know how to play it. And every time that we're together, they're like, let's play. And I'm like, I don't like they have to teach me every time. And then I forget. And then they teach me again. So add that one to your list.
So
I
you
think it says,
forget.
yeah, add this to your list. It's like EUCHRE or something like that. I'll send you, but it's a good card
Okay.
game. Okay.
Okay.
What's a piece of advice that has stuck with you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um,
Hmm.
It was actually a piece of advice from my husband.
Okay.
And he told me to be a thermostat, not a thermometer. So
I
it
love
means like be the person that controls the temperature in the room,
that.
not the person that is affected by it. So I was like, oh,
What great advice. What is your husband like? Tell it, let's talk about him. What does he do? Like,
Oh
what a
yeah.
nice thing to share with you.
He's
That's
right.
so cool. I love that.
He's great. He's actually a barber. He owns a
Okay.
barbershop here in Arlington. And but before that, he had a life in criminal justice.
Okay.
So yeah, he's a pretty great guy actually. So
So so he had a life in criminal justice. So like, does he have like a psychology background and
criminology
okay.
background. So like that's what he went to school for, and then after graduation, like he was in the field, like kind of working in the prisons and stuff like
Hmm.
that. But that is really a hard line of work.
Oh, of
And
course.
he
Yeah.
was right, and he wanted so badly to like change the system,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? But it was depressing.
Oh, it feels that way. Yeah.
Right. And so I saw that it was affecting him
Yeah.
emotionally and mentally. And so I was like, well, what is something that you're passionate about?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he has always been cutting hair on the
Hmm.
side, like
Hmm.
throughout school and like on the side. And so he decided, to change it up, go to barber school, and now we're here and he
Sounds
owns
like
a
you guys are
successful
a good
barbershop.
team.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
buying a house. You
Yeah.
told me that before we hit record, so hopefully you don't mind that I'm sharing that too. So that's a
Yeah.
big milestone and a big thing. And
I'm super excited.
he sounds like a great guy. Well, it sounds like you guys are a good match. All right,
Thank
what's the
you.
most spontaneous trip that you've ever taken?
Me? Spontaneous
Yeah, let's
trip?
start there. Are you spontaneous?
Um, I feel like with some things maybe, but definitely not a trip.
Yeah,
I like probably the most spontaneous trip I've ever been on was like driving down to Houston, like with a
yeah,
friend, like just deciding like that weekend we're gonna drive to
yeah,
Houston. But
yeah.
yeah, everything else really needs to be like planned out.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. I have that like rub, where I'm like, I really am a planner and I want
Yeah.
things to know like it's on the calendar. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. But then I
Yes.
do have this sort of like desire to just make the most of a moment or a day and like just be spontaneous. So
Yes. It's a balance.
it
It's definitely a
is.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could swap jobs with anyone for a day, who would it be? I love this question.
It's so
It's
good.
really
I honestly would love to be in the writer's room of like one of my favorite TV shows.
okay.
I like in another life, I was
Yeah.
a writer for one of those
Yeah.
shows. Um, or like a creator of a show like Shonda Rhimes. I
Mm.
would love
Mhm.
to trade places with her and like, just
Mhm.
create these worlds and yeah. So you see
Well,
my sweater. It
yeah, I
says
was going to
sweater.
mention I love your sweater. And you are a natural storyteller. I mean, and so your line of work, I mean, you are sharing stories, I mean, in different ways. I mean, have you found that you've been able to do that outside of work? Like, do you
Yeah,
write? Do you create? I know you have a lot of
dude.
hobbies, so
I do. I actually write poetry.
oh, cool.
So that I guess that's how I exercise that skill outside of work.
Yeah,
And then I also like with my kids, like we make up like stories.
like
And
bedtime
like
stories
just
or like,
yeah, like
yeah,
fun stories. And I always like write them down afterwards because like they come up with some good stuff.
yeah,
Um, just like for us.
yeah. No,
But
I love that. I mean, and do you find that your kids are showing, I know they're young, 5 and 10, so you have a 10-year-old, but are
yes.
they demonstrating some of that creativity? Can you
Oh
tell?
yeah. In different ways. Like my son, who is the 10-year-old, Avery, he is like right now, he's really into like drawing. Like he's
Okay.
always like he's super artistic in that way. And like he likes creating things with
Mm-hmm.
paper.
Mm-hmm.
He's very much like me in that way. I
Is he
love
the older one? You
paper.
said he's the 10-year-old?
Yeah,
Okay.
10-year-old. Yeah. And then Erin right now, like she's very creative in her own way too. Like she loves coloring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like coloring, like, and she's a really like for 5 years old,
Yeah.
she's really good. And she loves singing, like expressing herself. Like I took
Mm-hmm.
her to an open mic night and she got on the stage and sung a K-pop Demon Hunter song. Like,
No way.
and one of the hardest songs, it was Golden. So it was
Okay,
like,
so I just learned what K-pop Demon Hunters is
oh
like a
my
week or
gosh.
two ago because I don't have my kids are all older and so
Yeah,
I was like
right,
what
right.
somebody was talking about like dressing up for that dressing up as that for Halloween. I'm like, what is that? I have no idea. So now I
Yeah.
feel like I've gotten a lesson in K-pop Demon Hunters. But first of all, the fact that your daughter got up on stage and did that at 5 years
Yeah.
old
I
and
know.
has that courage to do that, and also cool mom for bringing her to an open mic night.
I
Let's
know. It's like 9 o'clock at
that's
night on a Tuesday.
very good. I love that. All right, last question, and then we're going to go move to some would you rathers. So, if
Okay.
you had to give a TED talk on any topic, not work related, what would
Yeah.
it be?
I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about that. Um, it would be something about poetry
Okay.
and how we can find purpose in our lives by um, tuning into the poetry of our lives, the poetry of our existence, right? Like, I don't just see poetry as a thing to read or listen to or experience, but like it's like something that we live every day through
Hmm.
like being intentional with like daily interactions and these like
Hmm.
small moments, right?
Hmm.
So, yeah, it would be about like poetry and purpose.
And the
And like,
discipline around, reflection.
yeah,
If you're living with that purpose and intention, but you also have to reflect and make sure that you're really recognizing and honoring, your those moments. Is any of your work published anywhere?
um, I mean, here and there.
Okay. I was gonna say if
Um,
we included a link to something or somewhere, and when
yeah,
we put this out to the world,
true. I feel like I've still
you
been
can
like
think about that.
working. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like I've still been like working up my courage
Yeah.
to like publish my poetry, but like I do like on my social media, like, I have like performances that I've
Oh yeah.
done,
Okay.
like
Beautiful.
spoken word and stuff like that, but
Okay.
soon.
All right. We'll all be tuned in. All right. Well, in the spirit of the holiday season and what we're calling the cozy season, I think everyone's ready for it, right?
Right.
Um, I just have some this or that, and I made these up. I didn't, usually I go to Chat GPT and I find these and they're just like really weird and random. But here we go. So everyone's thinking about Thanksgiving. What comes after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, right? Or shopping or all of the stuff.
Right.
Okay, so are you a mall shopper? Do you go to the mall and do all that stuff, or do you do the Cyber Monday online shopping?
Um, I'm definitely not a mall person. I
Not many
actually,
people are anymore, are they? I mean,
yeah, I
I'm
despise them, but I've always kind of like despised them all.
I know, I
It's just
know.
too many people,
Yeah,
and I can never find anything that I want, and
yeah,
it's too much. But also like, I don't really do the Cyber Monday. I am an online shopper, but I don't really partake in like
yeah,
the Black Friday and like
yeah.
the
All that.
consumerism
Right,
holidays.
right. Boy, and it's like it starts in mid-October or something,
I know,
like it's
I
all
know.
over. Okay, so we have a really strong opinions in our house about this. But curious if you do. White lights or color lights?
Colored light? No, not colored lights.
The white lights?
I like the warm, like
Yes,
the
warm,
warm kind
warm
of,
white lights. Yeah.
like yeah, the warm yellow, or I don't know if it's yellow, but like the warm lights.
Hmm.
The white ones are a little bit too
Too
bright.
bright. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like those warm
Agreed.
ones like
Yeah.
create a vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the strong opinion in our house too, is the warm
Yeah,
lights. Although I have this tree and my
right.
23-year-old son is like, that's gonna have to go. Like you can see it from
Oh,
the street and he just can't stand it. And I'm like, I think it's happy.
right, right. And
I'm
it's
like,
a
you don't
little
live here
one.
anymore, so I don't care. I get to do what I want to do. So
Exactly.
it's the one tree in the house that has color lights on it. All right. So movies. Do you like if you had to pick Elf, classic, or A Christmas Story with Ralphie? I have to assume you've seen that movie, right? Everyone's seen that movie?
I mean, yes, but I would say Elf.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
I would say Elf. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I love Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so good. Okay. A real fire or gas fireplace?
Oh, a real fire.
Yeah. Messy and work, and it takes more work, but oh, so good.
It is.
Last one. You're going into your time off. Hopefully you're taking some time off and you're kind of settling into that cozy season. Do you like to do your downtime? Do you like movies or reading books? If you had to pick one or the other.
Oh man. Um, reading books.
Yeah. Are you reading anything right now?
I feel like I'm reading so many things
Yeah.
all at once.
Yeah.
But me and my husband are reading Concrete Rose.
Oh, I don't
Um,
know that one.
it's a young adult
Okay.
novel. It's a prequel to The Hate You Give. I don't know if you've ever seen that
I've
movie.
heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really deep, but the author just came out with like a prequel that like
Okay.
follows the dad's story,
Okay.
Maverick. So we're reading that together. Um, I'm also reading like a Kristen Hanna book. I love Kristen
hmm
Hanna.
hmm
Um, what is it called? The Great Alone? Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
reading.
Yeah. I've read
Um,
a bunch of her books. Yeah.
yes, yes. So I'm reading that, and then also um, the Harlem, or yeah, it's called Harlem Rhapsody. It
Okay.
is a historical fiction to about like the I guess it's like the Harlem Renaissance period, but it follows real, like historically like Black characters. So like
hmm
W.E.B. Du Bois,
hmm
and like the leaders of like the NAACP,
hmm
and like, but it's a love story of all
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
So with like in the middle of this like whole, you know, I mean, it was like a civil rights movement,
Contentious
right? To
time and
yeah,
the
it was. It really
relationships and the
was.
love. Yeah.
Exactly. It follows
Yeah.
W.E.B. Du Bois and his like mistress.
Well, I'm impressed that you're
Yeah.
able to read multiple books at the same time and actually recall, and tell me what they're about. I can read a book and not even remember the next
That's
that I've read. I'm like, I just don't have them. I just can't retain it anymore. I don't know why, but
yeah,
I
there's
can
too
tell you if
much
I see
going
the
on in
cover
my
of the book,
mind.
I'm like, oh, that's good. I loved that book, but I could barely tell you what
I
it was.
don't know what it's about.
Yeah, I think I just read too many too. So, all right, last question. This is something we ask everyone, and that is just what's bringing you joy these days?
That's a good one. Right now, it's definitely my friends and family. Like they have
hmm
been uplifting me during this like crazy, chaotic time, being super supportive. Like since we're moving and everything, but so much is going on at the same time. My mom is coming over to help me pack things up, and my friends, we just hosted a Friendsgiving, and
Mm,
so like it's through all the
yeah,
chaos, like they
yeah.
have been kind of like
hmm
anchoring me during this time.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that. I think, and having the moms stop by
yeah,
and help and friends
yeah,
that you can have for Friendsgiving, which are really family, right?
yeah,
It's your extended
absolutely.
family. I have always felt that way. Well, you survived your unscripted and you did great. Yes.
Yay!
So thank you so much and have a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy some time off and
You
let's
too.
stay in touch.
Yes, please do.